Hello, and welcome to another of my Stargate Games projects. This time it will be something different, something special. As you can see on the picture, this time we will deal with the Anubis Guard Helmet. Anubis Guard was a character in the movie who was a human, but he had this awesome helmet that unfortunately did not make it into the series, even though one of the main bad guys was Anubis. But we at least saw the Horus Guard, but only morphed or retracted twice during the entire show. I always loved the design. I always loved the retracting technology, and I always wanted to, well, not basically make it because as it is portrayed in the movie, it's kind of impossible, but to make something approximate. Well, then the series came out, and we had Serpent Guards. So yeah, just to be on the same note, I have the comparison of those two. So here we have the Anubis and of course a Horus Guard. Isn't that beautiful? One more time. Okay, and now compare this with Serpent Guard. Yeah, well, there's really no comparison in my mind. True, that was actual working prop, not CGI. So yes, but comparing those two is, well, there's no competition there, to be honest. In my opinion, they should simply make a normal mask, just like Horus, and only use CGI or once or twice per episode. I don't think it would be that expensive. Anyway, I always thought that with my engineering skills, I would be able to actually come up with, well, a better thing than the Serpent Guard, where it actually only opens and not even fully reveals the head because it's still obstructed by the faceplate. So it was my dream for quite a long time to actually design something like that and make it possible. Now, with the fact that I do have the 3D printer, I kind of started to actually make that design. I started it 2 years ago, to be honest, but didn't work on it constantly. Only few time, some time. So I don't know how long I spent on it, but it doesn't matter. What matter is that what I wanted to do is to make it mechanically sound. I wanted it to actually be connected that one movement would actually do everything. Because I am not very good with electronics and motors and so on. So I wanted it to be manually operated so that I can make it. And I wanted it to be operated in such a manner that one movement will actually unfold the entire thing. So, without further ado, I will show you my model so far and show you its features. Okay, here we go. Now, please don't panic. This is in no way finished model. It's just very rough VIP. Now, I went from top down. So meaning I started with the head. As you can see, the head is very different than the head that was on the actual prop. There is a reason for that, and I will show you in a few moments. So, so far it doesn't work yet. The only thing that is moving or design-wise quite sound is actually a head, the earpiece or sections, and the faceplate. The rest is still doesn't even move, so that's way ahead of me. But yeah, that's it. Now, why did I redesign the head so drastically? Well, that's the reason for it. My first goal was that the head would be foldable, that it could collapse, and with the design of the original Jackal, that wouldn't be that easy. So I have to, sorry, I had to actually uh, bend the design to the functionality. That is why you won't find any ornaments or decoration here yet, because first I want to make a sound mechanical model. Only after that I can play with those decorations. Now, we will take a look first at the head itself and then the entire, well, assembly. So I will now open the head. Okay, so now here we have the head itself. And now for the reason why it is different. So that it can do this. So sorry for the symbols, that's just the symbol of the mechanics. And here we go. Okay, now it is folded. So, what did change? The entire snout retracted back into the head. The eyepiece moved from the way. The both ears folded and retracted. That is why they are so small, because if they were just like in the movie, they will stick somewhere around here, and I didn't want that. And this back piece retracted. I will go once again and put it back. So sorry that it's so slow, so jumpy. There's quite a lot of parts, and well, Creo plays it like that. So now it's unfolded. And now I will show you how it actually works, because I'm kind of proud at the design. So I will get rid of the pieces so that I can show you the mechanism that is there. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a parallelogram. Here we had a sliding part. It has rails and it slides inside. And one of the main pieces, I don't know if it would be very well visible. I will get rid of this as well. Here we have gears, sorry. Yeah, I know this one isn't properly placed. I didn't want, simply, I am lazy bastard and I didn't want to um, correct it. Didn't care to correct it, to be honest. And how does it work? Here, this wheel is attached to the parallelogram, and when it rotates, it will actually move the parallelogram. And not only that, it is attached to this second part. This does two things. On this orange piece, the eyepieces are the headpiece is connected, and on those pieces they are actually connected to the ears, and the ears actually go the holder for the ears goes inside. You can see it here. So when it goes down, it turns the entire ear down. But because I will get rid of it either. Because it is also connected to the second part, which doesn't actually, it only rotates, but it is offsetted. And that causes the second segment of the ear to actually retract. So if I continue, yeah, you can see that it retracted, and now it's almost, the second segment is entirely in the first. Yeah, it doesn't retract that much, but uh, something's better than nothing. Anyway, so uh, the reason why here is the other wheel is simply because when the entire head will be bended down, that movement will actually unfold it. So it will do several movements in once. And I will now make it all visible. And of course, we have this link here that is attached to this part, and that also means that the entire back part will slide down or inwards. I know it doesn't disappear like in the movie, but uh, at least in my mind, it's well, better than the serpent helmet. Now, the entire design like this is designed only with 3D parts. So even the paints and washers and everything is 3D printed. I have a very good experience with, experience with it. So um, I believe that it could work like that. If not, we can always reinforce it with screws and steels and so on. Okay, so this was the head, and now the rest. So I will try to actually move the entire thing to show you how it would look like. Please bear in mind it's still VIP, a work in progress, and it's in no way near finished. So, okay, so and that's it. I will open this assembly to. This is basically the thing that is designed, and what you saw was this. Now, how does it work? Well, as you can see, the face shields are again, as in the movie or in the series, divided into three parts, three segments. They have these sliders, so they slide together, and we have another set of parallelograms. Those are attached to the gear wheels that through this system of another gears is attached to the head. So when the head itself is pulling down, it will rotate everything and it will simply push the entire assembly up. Another thing that it will do, but I don't have it yet, I don't have the design for the gears. As you can see, it's empty. Here would be a cone shape wheel, a gearing wheel that would be attached to one of those wheels, and that rotation will also fold down the earpiece. I call this ears. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Sorry for that. Yeah. So in the end, it will do this. And once again, now here with this piece, I am not sure if it would be sufficient to leave it like a normal 3D print. I'm not sure if it would be sturdy enough. I actually don't think so. Maybe if I reinforce it a little bit, because still this entire opening is here and it has to be closed, so maybe I will find a way to actually close it. In that case, I think it could be sufficient. But if it stays in a way like it is now, yeah, it would have to be reinforced anyway. So now, when the retraction actually goes, you can say that the face shield will actually go through the head. But that's true now, of course. But that's not how I intend it to be when I'm finished with the design. Because what I want to do next, when I'm in the mood, is to actually make a system that will basically, as it is unfolding, it will move the entire subassembly. It will move it down, backwards, and this entire thing will go, will rotate a little bit and go somewhere here. And when it will rotate, it will basically move the entire face shield assembly here, so it won't intersect with the head. I know in the movie it doesn't look like that. In the movie, the face shields go down, not up. But I figured that if I do it like that, then the entire head would be visible, unlike in the series. So I prefer this approach. Yeah, but as you can imagine, this is a very slow process because there is quite a lot of thinking, and this is why I don't think the next part of this video will be out soon. Not to mention that I'm now working on different project. Yes, Stargate projects, and this really requires quite a lot of thinking and isn't really easy. My goal in the end is that this entire subassembly would be folded here down, and then this entire section will fold to this section, and this section will fold here, so that the head is almost visible entirely. It's visible completely from the front. From the side, it will be covered by this section that would be folded down here, and this back piece, uh, I'm not sure about it yet. I think it is possible to make it down, to make it in such a way that it is well divided into two pieces like here, and the bottom part will actually slide to this part. Uh, I think that that is doable. And well, that's it. Um, this is my design so far. In no way near finished. I simply wanted to show you it, show you what I was doing with it. Hopefully, you like it. And if you have any suggestions, please put them down. I am I welcome any ideas how to improve it. And well, that would be all for today. So have a very nice day. Have a very nice weekend, and bye bye.